have to say, once again, welcome to the latest episode of the GOP Oversight Committee, where my colleagues at the beginning of this hearing once again voted to block a good government motion to carry out our most basic constitutional duty.
Mr. Chairman, why don't we want to debate Elon Musk coming in and talking to us about his work and how he's enriched himself for under $64 billion?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Chair recognizes Dr. Fox.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to table the motion.
There's
I
a
second.
motion to table. Is there a
Mr.
second?
Chairman,
Second by
point of
Mr.
order.
Higgins.
Point of order,
Now,
Mr.
the
Chairman.
motion is not debatable, as many
Point of order, Mr.
are in
Chairman.
favor of tabling. Point of order. State your point.
Mr. Chairman, I think it's outrageous that this committee will not even entertain a motion.
No, you state your.
Chairman, that's not a point of order.
Somebody
You know,
who's breaking
I
the law
agree. Point
and
of order.
dismantling our federal
There's
agencies.
been a
Chairman,
vote.
you're
You're
Hiring
You're out of
federal
order.
employees
No,
and
we're not listening to
hacking
demagogues.
personal data,
Out of
and
order.
you will not
Out of order.
even
Out of order.
entertain a motion
The
to
motion
bring
is
this
out of
in
order.
front
This is
of the
demagoguery. This is
Oversight
out of order.
Committee.
As are in favor of tabling.
Yes,
signify.
let's have order in this
Ms.
country.
Stansbury, you're out of order. You know you're out of order. You know the rules of this committee. There's been a motion and a
Mr.
second
Elon
to
Musk is
table.
out of
No.
order and dismantling.
He's out of order.
God.
I call the question.
There's been a motion and second. Motion by Dr. Fox, second by Mr. Higgins to table. All those in favor of tabling signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it and the motion
Mr.
is
Chairman,
tabled.
I ask for a recorded
A
vote.
recorded vote is ordered. We will set up for the clerk to call the roll.
Mr. Chairman, speaking of efficiency of our time, since we're just sitting here, I would love to hear from someone why we don't want to have Mr. Musk come testify. before.
Gentleman's not recognized. This is a committee hearing about eliminating wage fraud and abuse. You've pulled a parliamentary move, which you have the right to do. This wasn't expected. It wasn't in the agenda. We're trying to print everything and get it ready to have the roll call vote.
Well, speaking of abuse, we have someone who
Mr.
is
Chairman, he's
shutting
out of
down
order.
federal
You're out of
programs
order. You're out of order.
benefiting billions of
Chairman,
dollars.
he's out of
to
order. This is
himself.
just democracy.
Mr. Chairman,
Demagoguery again.
can you control the other side? They're out of control.
I'm trying.
Hashtag irony.
Ms. Brown votes no. Ms. Stansbury.
I vote no to a motion that would table a subpoena for Elon Musk.
More demagoguery.
It's out of order to discuss what the motion is? Okay, guys.
It's out of order. All right, order. All right, let's go. Keep
Ms. Stansbury votes no. Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia votes no. Mr. Frost. Mr. Frost votes no. Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee votes no. Mr. Kassar.
No on the motion to table our motion to have Elon Musk at this committee.
Mr. Kassar votes no. Ms. Crockett.
No on giving the American people the transparency that they deserve by bringing this
Demagoguery
oligarch
again.
before
More of
us.
this. Nope.
Ms. Crockett votes no.
They voted against a motion this morning, just a few moments ago, to bring Elon Musk in front of this committee to discuss what he is doing to supposedly right-size the government, as they are claiming in this hearing. And I have to say to my colleagues, with all due respect, why are you shielding Elon Musk from coming in front of this committee if that is what your intent is with this hearing and the work that you want to do? Why is the GOP in the White House shielding an unelected, unvetted, unqualified private citizen and billionaire who is literally dismantling our agencies while we sit here and is literally breaking the law? Maybe it's because while we're sitting here, he and his team are working across town here in Washington, D.C., entering federal agencies and federal buildings, hacking their data systems, firing federal employees, intimidating them, trying to force them to leave, shutting down vital programs, closing the Department of Education, the CIA, the DOJ, and threatening our domestic and international security, and downloading the private and sensitive data of Americans at the Department of Treasury. So what the hell is going on? How can you sit here and defend this? They are literally breaking the law, the Constitution, appropriations law, federal labor laws, and dozens of statutory laws that Congress has passed. And meanwhile, my friends across the aisle are sitting here today saying that we're hyperventilating, that we're just clutching our pearls. Are you serious? Are you that out of touch with the American people? I mean, I guess that's what happens when you elect billionaires and put billionaires in charge of the federal government. Just let them eat cake? Is that your message to the American people? Because last week, while you were at Trump's private resort in Florida and partying it up after the inauguration, telling the media that funding freezes wouldn't hurt real Americans, well, millions of real Americans were sent into total chaos, and our states had to go to the courts to shut down your federal funding freeze. While Trump was golfing, the Medicaid systems were shut down and locked out. Hospitals and clinics were wondering if they were going to be able to keep their doors open. Food assistance and homeless programs across New Mexico were shut out of their grant programs that keep families literally fed and off the streets. Head Starts, preschools, and children's programs were wondering if they were going to be able to make payroll the next day or by the end of the week. And while Elon Musk and a group of teenage software engineers were hacking your personal data at the Treasury Department, shutting down DOJ, the CIA, USAID, and ending diversity initiatives in the military, saying that the United States military could not honor Dr. Martin Luther King. Our proud military personnel and veterans who put their lives on the line every day for this country were wondering if they were going to get their paychecks and veterans benefits. So, colleagues, we are not clutching our pearls or hyperventilating. We are defending the millions of Americans who are under attack, the federal employees, the mothers, the fathers, the grandfathers, being put out on leave, advocating for the people of color, the women, the members of our LGBTQ+, and yes, our trans community, who are under fire right now, under the guise of canceling DEI programs, under the guise of so-called undoing social engineering after years of progress in this country. We are defending the proud federal service members who defend our national security, who serve our communities, and keep our economy running. Because I want to tell you something, the American people are terrified, and if you are that out of touch with your people, then you should talk to your constituents. We had a town hall 2 days ago, and 12,000 New Mexicans got on our call because the people are terrified in this country, and that is why we are fighting back. That is why we are trying to bring Elon Musk to this committee, and that is why we are fighting against this agenda. And with that, I yield back.
Gentlelady yields. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Cloud, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you, witnesses, for being here. And I apologize that you have to sit here and listen to the same sort of ideological rants that lost our friends across the aisle the election in a public survey just a couple months ago, where the hearts and minds of the American people spoke very loud and clearly for what they wanted.